Welcome back to Island Life Live. The Hawaii Active Seniors Expo is coming up this weekend at the Convention Center, where families can learn about all kinds of resources for aging loved ones. One resource in particular many of us should consider.
That's right. Like preparing for a storm when the sun is still shining, it's important to think about home care when you and your family members are healthy, and the holidays are a good time to do that.
That's right. In fact, to give us more insight on how to start this conversation with our loved ones is Shelley Wilson, President and CEO of Wilson Homecare. We're happy to have you, Shelley.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Really, really appreciate it.
You know, and during the break, I said, how long has Wilson Homecare been in business? And she said 30 years. So I thought that maybe it was her mom and dad or her grandparents that started it, but it's actually you that started this business.
It was, yes. So thank you for thinking I'm much younger.
Oh,
I really appreciate
that. She was 12 when she started.
Oh, you're doing fantastic. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have a heart for service, a heart for taking care of our families. Now, it's top of mind right now to think about home care, but not always when you're feeling good. You know, when you're feeling good and everyone in the house is healthy, home care is really the last thing you're thinking about, but it really is never too early to start, right?
Absolutely. And it's not a fun conversation. And like you're saying, most people we don't have time to talk about these things, but I think a lot of individuals might have an accident or they're struggling to find the resources for their loved ones when they're getting discharged from a hospital. So it's good to start the conversation and find out what your loved one's wishes are, who's going to be taking care of the various aspects if someone does get sick or needs some extra help at home.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is so great that you guys are doing this. But why are the holidays the perfect time to talk about this?
You know, I think a lot of times you're around your extended family, you're around a lot of individuals that you might not see on a regular basis, and you can start to see that maybe your auntie or, uncle, somebody's slowing down a little bit, and maybe your cousins don't see that auntie or uncle.
Because they see mom and dad every day.
Yeah,
right?
So I think our extended ohana in Hawaii, we can be helpful to say, hey, I see that auntie or uncle might be more confused or have, some ambulation issues. This might be the time for us to start to figure out how to get them some extra help. It's very hard for us all to see our own loved ones that we do see all the time. It's difficult to see the changes.
Absolutely. And I thank you for opening up this conversation, and because you're right, it is an awkward conversation to have, but I think still it's important. I helped my family. It isn't just me. It was myself and my brothers and my sister. We all took turns in taking care of my mom when she got sick prior to her passing. And I'm a caregiver right now for other family members. And extended illness, a lot of times it can be tough, not just on the person that's sick, but on the caregivers as well. And I know that you folks at Wilson Homecare have some great tips on how caregivers can also take care of themselves, yeah?
Yeah, and I think respite care, having other people come in and give you a break is very important. And I know we're also committed and dedicated to that mission and being the primary caregiver. You take a lot of pride in being that primary caregiver. And we also all have this guilt about having to be the one, having to be there, but you're not good for that individual that's sick if you don't take a break and take care of yourself and have those moments of rest and respite. And, so we do provide respite care for family members, which is a wonderful, wonderful aspect of some of the things that we do to give you a break as well.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The Hawaii Active Seniors Expo, it is coming up this weekend. Will you folks be there?
Yeah, Friday
Can we
and
get into a
Saturday.
good conversation with you folks there?
Absolutely. Yeah, wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So family, again, it's November 22nd and 23rd. That's this Friday, this Saturday, at the Hawaii Convention Center. Please stop in and see how you can help out the aging loved ones in your family, and maybe even for yourself, right?
Absolutely.
To prepare for yourself.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Shelley. Shelley Wilson of Wilson Homecare. She is our president and CEO. Mahalo, sis.
Thank you so much.
Now let's
Thank
check
you.
in with Danielle Tucker for a look at our Pauhana traffic.
And thank you very much, Lena Girl. We have a lot of